Thank you, Mr. Chair. In late July 2022, FEMA released a concerning draft proposal called Direct to Customer. In its release, FEMA noted that it's imperative that FEMA enable the digital sale and servicing of flood insurance to increase the number of people covered. FEMA noted that this is a long-term project and stressed that they are in early stages of looking at the concept. In this digital age, there's often a rush to cut corners under the erroneous notion that an automated process can replace human interaction and expertise. Any kind of proposal that undercuts the valuable and trusted role of the independent insurance agents and the brokers and their role in how this plays out could have a negative impact on increasing flood insurance participation rates. We talked a little bit about this already this morning. We saw a similar dynamic play out in the idle loans offered directly by SBA during the pandemic. A perfect example, which had much higher incident of fraud than the PPP loans, which were issued through financial institutions. We've heard a lot of concerns about the direct-to-customer approach to distributing flood insurance that ultimately would not reach customers that NFIP or agents are not already reaching. And the agents, which we heard from last month, continue to play a role in these servicing plans. It's unlikely a call center would offer this same kind of perspective. To me, it sounds like a mess. So my question to you is, what's your take on the status of FEMA's exploration of offering direct-to-customer, direct-to-consumer flood insurance plans?
Sure. Thank you very much for that question. My first response to be that we're being very careful and very deliberate about our exploration of whether it makes sense for the National Flood Insurance Program to entertain the thought of developing a direct-to-customer program. As an agent for 2 decades, I fully understand the value associated with agents. And at this point in time, and as we continue our exploration, there's no intent to not have agents involved in our direct-to-customer program. And so we vitally rely on the insurance agents to be able to accurately and helpfully provide the information that their customers need to analyze their flood risk and then have an insurance coverage that they need so much after a flood event.
Yeah, bear with me too on this question, but just kind of following up on a proposed direct-to-customer online sales, I just wanted to prove that point. But I mean, the data that is required, simple stuff, but the foundation type, the presence and number of flood openings, depending on the foundation type, data construction, existence and identification of any substantial improvements, construction type, flood-proofing status, eligibility for machinery and equipment elevation discount, square footage, number of floors, building replacement costs. I mean, these are all the things that a agent hands-on would take a look at. Am I correct? I mean, this is not just a simple formula in which you say, plug in this number, and here's how much you're going to get, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You're not going to get any argument from me on the importance of the agent in this in the process. And again, I would emphasize that we are in the exploration phase of looking at this, but we do feel it's our responsibility today to look at every way in which we can potentially close the insurance gap that the country faces. If we're going to have a modern NFIP that meets the needs of the customers where we are, we at least have to have the answer as to why we do not have direct-to-customer.
Thank you very much. I'd just say, Chairman, I think this is one of the concerns is this can definitely be oversimplified, especially in some of the hearings that we've had here in Congress. I yield back.